Good afternoon and welcome to another ACY Securities Market Update. My name is Alistair Schultz and I'm going to be your host through today's trading journey. Today's video is all about the RBA. I did do one earlier this morning, but now I'm just focusing on what's actually happened from the Reserve Bank of Australia this afternoon. The RBA has left the cash rate unchanged, so it's still sitting at 0.25%, and it is unlikely that we will see any increases to that rate anytime in the near future. Now, 3 weeks ago, we did have an emergency rate cut, so it wasn't unexpected that we didn't see any action today, purely because we haven't seen enough data coming in and we are expecting a pretty bad June quarter to come into, with a lot of negative data coming out on GDP and in unemployment. Now, whilst a rate increase is not likely, the potential for further rate cuts going down, whilst not unlikely, it's also not really feasible at this point in time because we haven't seen the real impact of COVID-19. The RBA are likely trying to keep themselves with at least one more rate cut up their sleeve. And naturally, you can go up anytime you want, but going down one more, we end up at a 0% rate. So that's going to be problematic in the future and potentially pushes into negative sort of territory for interest rates. So that's not really good for an economy, as we've seen in Japan for the last sort of 10 years with their own recession sort of risks that they've been experiencing. Now, they did mention, or we heard from Governor Philip Lowe, and he also had mentioned on this, so in the statements that you look for the RBA and from the Philip Lowe statements, you will see that they've got an interest in maintaining a inflation target of 2 to 3%. Nothing new, something we have seen across the globe for more than 10 years since the GFC, but it indicates that we're clearly not at a 2% range just at this point in time. Now, the other side of this is that they're trying to foster for full employment. Now, whilst that may sound all well and good, we still haven't really seen what the real dynamics of the unemployment figures actually are, purely because all of the unemployment data that we've seen has actually been pre-COVID-19 impacts and pre-lockdown. So we will be seeing some pretty impressive numbers in the next coming weeks about unemployment, and we've already heard that there might be a chance of having a 10% or greater unemployment rate, and that there may in fact be a 10% slide on the GDP figures as well for this year. So let's keep an eye on what goes on there in the future to see how we might be able to find some opportunities around the Australian dollar and of course in Australian equity markets as well. Now, the other part to have a look at here is I thought I'd highlight what's going on the charts as well when the RBA announcement came out. So the chart I've got here is the Australian dollar. There's not been much impact. The RBA announcement moved price about 16 pip and it kind of started and finished at the same place. So we haven't seen great action there. Hopefully we will see some more after the Asian session when we move into the European and the London session tonight. The chances of us having quiet days for the next few days, purely because of all the public holidays out of Asia, is likely to continue. So keep an eye on what's going on. Tomorrow we do have another bank holiday to consider. It is a Japan bank holiday, so do keep that in mind. It is impacting from Monday, Tuesday today, and obviously tomorrow being Wednesday as well. Now, the other things for you to have a look at tonight, we have German ECB announcements coming out, and that's going to be having a look at what's going on with quantitative easing and how it fits in with the legalities in Germany. That is a tentative thing. There is no scheduled time release, so if you are trading euro pairs or anything around there, keep an eye on what's going on. We also have Canadian trade balance data later this evening. US ISM non-manufacturing data will be coming out, so this is going to be important to see what the non-manufacturing sector is doing right now. As well as tomorrow morning, early in the day, we have New Zealand unemployment and of course that bank holiday yet again. So keep an eye on those things overnight, and hopefully tomorrow you'll have some more opportunities to trade as well. If you have any questions about anything I've covered today, feel free to shoot me an email at talktoal@acy.com. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video so you can get more great content from me and ACY Securities in the future. Have a great trading day ahead.